Hi, I'm Cheryl. In this problem, we're looking at the double integral x, y, dA over the region R, where R is a rectangle with vertices 0, 0, 0, 5, 3, 5, and 3, 0. We're asked to set up both integrals using either order of integration, dx, dy, and dy, dx, and then choose which one is the most convenient and evaluate that integral. So let's go ahead and start out with the integral xy, and we'll start out with dx dy. Now, because this is a rectangle, it's fairly simple. If I'm going to change x, first of all, I'll be going from 0 to 3, and then if I change y, I'll be going from 0 to 5. My other option is to set up the iterated integral, and again, I've got xy, but this time I'm going to reverse the order of integration and make it dy dx. If I'm changing y first, I'll be going from 0 to 5, and then I'll change x going from 0 to 3. Both of these integrals will give me the same answer. At this point, I get to choose which is the most convenient one to use. As I'm looking at this, to be honest, I would say they're equally easy. What you want to do when making this consideration is look at your integrand. Is one integrand easier or harder to differentiate with respect to either x or y? Another thing you might be interested in looking at are the limits of integration. Again, does that make one option easier than the other? In this particular case, as I said, I think they're equally easy. So I'm just going to go ahead and use the dx dy version. So I'll start out with the inside integral. So my variable of integration is an x, which means I'm going to treat y like it's a constant. So when I integrate xy, I'm going to have y times x squared divided by 2. And I'll evaluate that from 0 to 3. dy, plugging in my upper and lower limit into the x's, I'll now have 9/2 y minus 0. So I just have 9/2 y dy. Now I can go ahead and work on the outside integral. So I'll have 9/2 y squared divided by 2, evaluated from 0 to 5. So that's going to be 9/4, plugging in the upper limit, that's going to be 25. And then I subtract what happens when I plug in the lower limit, but once again, that's just going to be 0. So I end up with 9/4 times 25, which is 225 divided by 4. I hope that was helpful. Thanks.